again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Freebooters franchise here in year number 2. Today we're entering game number 4 of the regular season. Last time out we beat the Sandcats rather handily, 12-7. We did hold off a late charge from them, but we jumped out early on, started BB Takabasai, and then we never looked back, as Noah Kaiser gets his first win as a member of our organization. Moving into today's game, the 4th game of the season, we're going to be facing the Blowfish, another non-division contest here, the 4th of 5 on the season. We'll be at home against Shania Burns, the left-handed 4th starter for the Blowfish, and we will have our new 4th starter, Carrie Wayward, on the hill. Wayward will be signed in free agency to replace Hannah Hogsman. She's originally from the Buzzards organization, so she'll be making her debut with our franchise here. Here's the lineup for today's game. Brickhouse leads off. Tense in center field. Pitts at first base will bat second. Stiff bottom locked in at catcher will bat third. Batting fourth is shortstop Guns Jackman. He's also locked in. Locked in and batting fifth is DH Wixit Reddier. Batting sixth is right fielder Dan Cervelos. Batting seventh is rookie third baseman Xander Rivers. Batting eighth is left fielder Gia Axelson, back in the lineup today. And batting ninth is second baseman Sammy Graves. Let's jump into the action here and see if we can get a win. Let's see if we can finish off the first quarter of the regular season perfect with 4 straight wins. To do that, we're going to have to take on a pretty consistent Blowfish roster here. They seem to excel at contact and speed, as well as some starting pitching as well. Everything else seems to be below average for power, defense, and bullpen pitching. So we'll see how we can do against them. Well, they're going to have a tough customer at the top of the lineup. Shortstop Elvis Stanley is on fire. Oh boy, he's going to be tough to deal with. Alright, let's look at the lineup here for the Blowfish today, and then we'll look at Wayward's stats, and we'll get underway. Stanley will lead off the switch-hitting shortstops, hitting .692 with 2 homers and 6 RBIs in 3 games. He is on fire at the current moment. The rest of the lineup looks like this. Batting second is second baseman Hog Porker in his second year with the club. Batting third and returning is DH Harry Backman. He's one of their catchers. Batting fourth is new free agent acquisition catcher Anton Goodwood from the Overdogs organization. Batting fifth from the other conference, acquired in free agency, is third baseman Rhonda Third. She was on the Crocodons last year. Batting sixth and returning for another year is right fielder Rod Forth. Batting seventh, coming over from the hot corners, is left fielder Nori Miyoshi. She's locked in. Batting eighth and coming over from the division rival Sandcats is Jess Fowl, the first baseman. And batting ninth is backup center fielder Ricky Kwon, who is locked in, and he returns for another year with the Blowfish. Getting the start in center field as Naru Wonga is no longer on the roster, who is taking up his slot in the outfield. Wayward is nothing really to write home about as a pitcher. She has about little below average junk and accuracy, and her velocity is really low. So she's a work in progress, but at least she's young, so that she's got that going for her. It'll give her a chance to develop. First pitch to Stanley's a cutter middle in, and that's going to be a base hit in the center field. First runner on for the Blowfish today, as the leadoff man starts it off with a hit. Got to bring up second baseman Hog Porker. He's hitless on the season so far. Getting the start at the number 2 hole today. First pitch change it down in the way is called a strike at the knees, 0-1 as Wayward gets ahead. Slider up and in is high and inside, 1-1. Cutter up and in, check swing for a strike as Porker took. Still now a 1-2 count. Curveball down, check swing called strike 3 at the knees as Wayward floats it in there for her first punch out as a member of our franchise. 1 down in the inning, and that'll bring up catcher Harry Backman. He's DHing today. He is also hitless on the season so far. First pitch slider at the letters is called strike as he gets in there from Wayward, 0-1. Cutter middle away, popped up behind the plate as Backman gets under it. Stiff bottom calling for it. Makes the catch, 2 down. Brings up the 4-hitter, catcher Anton Goodwood. He's hitting .167 on the year with 1 homer and 3 RBIs. Looking to establish a foothold here in his new club. First pitch curveball down at the knees is called strike, 0-1. Goodwood coming over from the Overdogs organization in the other conference. Change up middle away is outside as it floats, 1-1. Cutter up and in is inside, 2-1. Slider at the knees. Low ball 3 is Goodwood taking all the way here. Cutter at the letters is high, ball 4. Good eye from Goodwood as he works the walk. That'll put 2 on with 2 down for a third baseman run to third. Hitting .300 on the year with a homer and 3 RBIs. Third is another free agent acquisition for the Blowfish. She comes over from the other conference, a member of the Crocodons organization last season. First pitch cutter at the letters, called a strike. 0-1 as Wayward gets ahead. Curveball down in the way as low as it's a double steal. Both runners will be safe as it was mishandled by Stiff Bottom anyway. So for Stanley, that's his first stolen base of the year. He's 1 for 1. And for Goodwood, it'll also be his first as he's also 1 for 1. 1-1 count here from Wayward. Change it down and in. Pulled foul as it's chopped by a run to third into the third base dugout where the her Blowfish teammates reside. 1-2 count now as Wayward looks to put her away. Her ball up. Line foul. She's out early. Still 1-2. Cut her down in the way is outside. Chased it after, and that's the second punch out for Wayward this inning as third breaks the bat in disgust. Bottom 1, a hit and a walk for the Blowfish, but they don't score. Brickhouse Pitts and Stiff Bottom do appear against Burns. Here's center fielder Brickhouse leading off, hitting .200 on the year with an RBI. He is 10th on the season so far. Burns is a pretty good accurate pitcher. Her velocity is about average, and her junk is below average. So doesn't really have good pitches, but she can place them, so that works for her sometimes. Let's see what the left-hander does against our lineup. Fastball at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Slider down and in, fouled back by Brickhouse, 0-2. Curveball down in the way, pulled into left field. That'll drop for a base hit by Brickhouse as he gets the first hit of the game for the Freebooters. Leadoff man on at first here for Pitts. He's hitting .273 with an RBI on the season. Change up down the middle, called a strike as Pitts was surprised by it. Curveball floats outside, 1-1. Fastball up, line to left center. Stanley dives, it's over his glove into left field. Base hit for Pitts as Brickhouse beats the throw in from left. Runners at first and second with none down for Stiff Bottom. Locked in at the plate as the catcher, hitting .417 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. She's hit a 2-run homer in each of her last 2 games. Let's see what she does here. Forkball at the letters, high, 1-0. Fastball up and in for a called strike this time, 1-1. Curveball up and away high this time, 2-1. Change up just inside to Stiff Bottom, 3-1 count now. Fastball down and in, hit pretty well, left center field. Kwon over for it. He's calling for it. And he makes the catch for the first out as the runners will hold. Kwon has a fantastic arm, so we won't be running on him. That'll bring up Jackman, hitting .583 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs for the shortstop. He's also locked in, and he has RBI man active. See if he can drive in the first run for the game. Fastball at the letters for a strike up and in, 0-1. Fastball up and in high this time, 1-1. Curveball's just outside, 2-1. Fastball at the letters, hit up the middle past the diving Porker's glove into center field. That's another base hit. Runner has to hold a third, though, as Kwon has a good arm. Base is loaded here with 1 down for DH Wixit Reddier. He is DHing today and is locked in, hitting .417 with 3 homers and 7 RBIs. Reddier, of course, the backup first baseman to stump Pitts. Change up away, lined up the third base line, but foul, 0-1. Forkball down, lined up the first base line, also foul, 0-2. Reddier looking to protect. That I think that was a forkball, is inside, 1-0, 1-2. Forkball down and in, lined at the middle. That's a base hit into left center field. That'll score at least 1. Second run's going to try and score. Here's the throw. Just late. It is a 2 RBI double for Reddier as it's now 2-0 Freebooters. Now to bring up right fielder Dancer Balos, hitting .273 with a homer and 3 RBIs on the season. Burns now tense here after the commotion this inning. Fastball at the letters, swung through late, 0-1. Slided down in the way, skied to left center field. That could be a tough play. Miyoshi makes the catch for the second out as Jackman will tag from third, and he'll score easily as Miyoshi has no arm. It's a sac fly for Balos, 3-0 the score. Now to bring up rookie third baseman Xander Rivers, hitting .500 on the year with 4 RBIs. 2 outs, runner at second for him. Let's see if he drives in the run. Fastball at the letters for a called strike, 0-1. Fastball up and in is way high and inside, 1-1. Fastball up and in, fisted to left field, caught by third at third, and that'll end the inning. 3 runs for the Freebooters, though, on 4 hits as they take the lead 3-0 here to the second. Fourth, Miyoshi and Faldo up against Wayward. Here's fourth, hitting perfect on the year at 1,000. Looking to keep his good hitting going here this year. Fastball, cutter up and away, called a ball, 1-0, that was high. Change up down and in. Bunt pulled back by fourth is taken for a called strike at the knees, 1-1. Curveball down and away is low in the dirt, 2-1. Cutter up and in, lined up the left field line, foul though as it just misses the line, 2-2 count. Slider down and in, grounded softly up the middle, base hit as no one can get there. Fourth will keep his perfect hitting alive here this season as he's on the lead off the second. And he'll be looking to run at his earliest convenience as he can fly. Want to bring up left fielder Nori Miyoshi, hitting .556 on the year with 2 RBIs, and she is also locked in at the moment. First pitch curveball down and away in the dirt, taken, ball 1. Cutter up and in, lined up the middle, Jackman dives, he can't get there, it's another base hit. Throw in from Brickhouse is late as 2 on and none down now for the Blowfish, have him in business here. Got to bring up first baseman Jess Fowl, a new addition from the Sandcats organization. Fowl hitting .143. Looking to get her first RBI of the season here. First pitch changeup at the knees is low, ball 1. Curveball up and away, floats in there for a strike, 1-1. Slider down and away, called a strike, 1-2 the count now. Cutter up and in, inside, 2-2. Change up and away is high and outside. Full count now to foul. Slider inside. Floated out to right field softly. Velos charges. Can't get there. Runner's going to try to score from second. Is fourth. Throw from Velos is late. It's an RBI single for Fowles. The runner gets the third. 3-1 now the score. Here's Ricky Kwon, the center fielder, batting in the 9-hole today. He's locked in, hitting .333 with a homer and 3 RBIs. And runners at the corners and none down here. First pitch slider middle in is called a strike as the runner goes. Throw down is late. It's a stolen base for Fowl. For Fowl, that is her first stolen base attempt of the year as well. She is now 1 for 1. 0-1 count here to Kwon is now they're at 2 in scoring position with none down. Curveball middle away. Outside as it just misses the zone. 1-1. Cutter down and in. Check swing for a strike. 1-2. Change up and away. Floated by Kwon out the right center field. He didn't get all of it. Brickhouse over in the gap to make the catch. 1 down as both runners tag. Throw goes to third here. It'll be late. It's a sac fly for Kwon. It's now 3-2. 1 down in the inning for Stanley. Singled his first time up and was stranded on the base pass. Still on fire here. First pitch cutter is high. Taken, ball 1. Wayward now tense here. Change it down and away. Called a strike. 1-1. Curveball down. Crushed by Stanley to left center field. That is into the second deck. It is a home run. Second of the year for Stanley as that makes it, or third of the year for Stanley. A 2-run homer makes it a 4-3 game as the Blowfish come right back to take the lead here. There's Porker 0 for 1 today. First pitch slider middle in is called strike. 0-1. I expect a lot of this from Wayward this year. She just doesn't have very good stats. Cutter hangs in the middle of the plate, and it is off the high wall out there, just missing a home run for Porker. Thrown from Axelson is late. It's a double. 1 for 2 day for him now as there's a runner for second with 1 down for Backman. 0 for 1 with a pop out today. First pitch curveball down below the knees, taken, ball 1. Cutter up high, taken, 2-0. Slider up, line to left field. That's a base hit for Backman. He's now 1 for 2. Thrown from Axelson is late to third. Runners at the corners with 1 down now for Goodwood. Walked his first time up. First pitch changeup up and away. Lined up the middle, the right center, over the diving Graves' glove into the gap, and that will score at least 1. Backman on his horse to third. Cutoff throw coming in. Backman holds it third. It's a double for Goodwood. It's now 5-3. I bring up third, 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging her first time up as Wayward's now rattled. Cutter inside, misses, ball 1. Curveball away, taken high, 2-0. Slider down and in, called a strike as it gets in there, 2-1. Cutter down and away, check swing at the knees, 2-2. Change up and in, high as it floats, full count now. Curveball up and in. Line softly to third. Randall Rivers makes the catch on the liner. 2 down. Runners have to hold, and that'll bring up fourth. Led off this inning with a single. He's batting for the second time today here in this inning. First pitch cutter down and in. Line to right field over the diving Pitts' glove. That's a base hit. One run will score. Second runner holds. It is an RBI for fourth. He's now first of the year for him. It's now 6-3. I'll bring up Miyoshi, 1-for-1 today with a single. RBI dud activates, though, for the outfielder. Slider down and away. Catches his zone. 0-1. Cutter up and in is high. 1-1. Curveball down and in low. 2-1. Change up and away is outside. 3-1. Cutter down at the knees. Called a strike. Runner goes. And I wasn't expecting it to be called a strike, so it's a stolen base. Who is that? That is fourth, I believe. Where is he? It's his second stolen base attempt of the year. He's now 1 for 2. Full count pitch here coming up to Miyoshi. Change it down and in. Hard ground up the third base line. Just foul. Full count still. Cutter up and away. Popped up. Foul territory on the first base line. Will that stay in play? Pitts near the wall. Makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Finally, but the Blowfish tack on 8 hits, 6 runs, and they take the lead 6-3. Bottom 2, Axelson, Graves, and Brickhouse do up against Burns. Here's Axelson, hitless on the season. Took a game off last time out to fix her mojo. She's now back in the lineup today in left field. First pitch from Burns is a strike at the letters on the heater, 0-1. Change it down and in, pulled foul, 0-2 the count to Axelson. Fastball inside, chases it, pulled softly to first. Foul makes the play herself, 1 down. Brings up the 9-hitter, second baseman Sammy Graves, hitting .500 on the year with an RBI. First pitch to Graves is a slider away, just outside, ball 1. Fastball away, 2-0 the count. Slider at the letters, called a strike this time, 2-1. Slider down and away, called a strike, 2-2. Tough out activates for Graves. Change up inside is pulled foul, 2-2. Fastball up, he swings under it as pops it up to right center field. Out for it, Porker. He'll call off the outfielders and make the catch, 2 down. Got to bring up Brickhouse, 1-for-1 today with a single. Fastball down and in, hard grounder to second, right at Porker. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Burns. Top 3 we go. It's still 6-3. Foul. Kwon and Stanley do up here against Wayward. Foul 1-for-1 today with an RBI single, her first time up. Slider middle away. Called a strike, so floats in there. 0-1. Change up and in. High. 1-1. Curveball up and away. Pulled by foul deep to left field. That is a hanger, and it is gone. First homer of the season for Jess Fowl, and that makes it a 7-3 game now as they pile on. Brings up Kwon. Our sac fly is first time up. Cutter down and in. Called a strike. 0-1. Change it down and away. Called a strike. 0-2 the count now. Curveball middle in. Check swing called strike 3. Third punch out today for Wayward as that's going to send Kwon down to neutral mojo. 1 down, and that'll bring up Stanley. 2-run homer his last time up. He's also singled. Still on fire out there. Cutter at the knees for a called strike. 0-1. Curveball down and in. Called a strike. 0-2 the count now. Slider up and away outside. Take him. 1-2. Change it down and away. Check swing called strike 3. Back-to-back punch outs here for Wayward. 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring up Porker. Doubled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. First pitch curveball down and away. Is called strikes. Floats in there. 0-1. Wayward now back to tense mojo. Cutter up and in is high. 1-1. Slider down and in is low. 2-1. Change up and away. Popped up by Porker. Shallow left center. Out for it, Jackman. He's calling for it. And he puts it away to end the inning. Blowfish tack on another run on a solo home run by Fowl. 7-3 the score to the bottom of the third. Pitts, Stiff Bottom, and Jackman do up here against Burns. Here's Pitts, 1-for-1 today with a single. Fastball up and away is outside, 1-0 as Burns is back to neutral mojo following the 1-2-3 inning last time out. Fastball high, 2-0 count now to Pitts. Fastball away is called a strike, 2-1. Forkball down and in, line softly to right center. Leaping is Porker to make the catch, 1 down. Got to bring up Stiff Bottom, 0-for-1 today with a fly out. Fastball down and in, grounded softly to first. Easy play for foul, 2 down. Now to bring up Jackman, 1 for 1 today with a single. Slider down low in the middle part of the zone as I ripped into right center field for a gapper. Jackman thinks about going for 2 and will hold up at first with the single as Kwon would have thrown him out. 2 down, runner at first now for Reddier. Doubled in 2 runs his last time up. He's 1 for 1. Hanging curveball, and Reddier jumps all over it. Deep left center field. That is long and gone into the second deck. Reddier hits his fourth homer of the season, actually, leading the team so far, as that makes it a 7-5 game as we cut the lead down to 2. I'd bring up Velos. Sack flyer last time up. She's no at bat on the game so far. Fastball at the letters for a strike. 0-1 as Burns back to 10s now. Changeup away for a strike. 0-2 the count to Velos. Curveball down and in. Pulled foul. 1-2. Curveball down middle part of the zone. Line to center field, but it's right at Kwon here, and that'll end the inning. Freebooters, though, get a 2-run, 2-out homer from Wixit Reddier, making it 7-5. Top 4. Middle of the lineup do it for the Blowfish. Backman, Goodwood, and third. Here's Backman, 1 for 2 today. Singled his last time at the plate. Slider middle of the zone. Check swing for a strike as it surprised him. 0-1. Got her down in the way. Called a strike. 0-2. Changeup high. Taken. 1-2. Curveball middle in. Floats inside. 2-2. Got her up and away. Check swing outside. Full count now to Backman. Slider down and in. Lined up the middle. That's a base hit. 11th hit of the game for the Blowfish. And that'll get by Brickhouse all the way to the deep center field wall. It'll be a double for Backman as he's in scoring position to start the inning. Brings up Goodwood. Doubled in a run his last time up. He's also walked. RBI man active here for the catcher for the first time today. Change it below the knees. Ball 1. Goodwood now locked in. Cut her down and away. Fouled off. 1-1. Curveball up and in. Pulled foul by Goodwood. 1-2. Slider up and away. Popped up. Foul behind the plate. It's going to get out of reach, though, as it gets over the backstop. 1-2 still the count. Cut her down and in is low and inside. 2-2. Change it down and away. Hard ground to the short. Jackman dives off his glove into left field. That'll be a base hit. Backman has the hold up at second, though, as he stopped to make sure the play wasn't made. 2 on and none down now for third. He's 0 for 2. Wayward now rattled again. First pitch cut her down and in. Lined up the third base line. Foul, though, as it's out of play. 0-1. Slider middle of the way is outside. 1-1. Curveball down and away in the dirt. 2-1. Changeup up and in. Check swing high. 3-1. Good take from third. Cut her down and away. Called a strike at the knees. Full count. Slider up high. Taken high. Walk to third, and that'll load the bases here with none down in the inning. That'll bring up 4, 2 for 2 today. RBI singles last time up. That'll do it for Wayward here. 3+ innings of work. She's responsible for all 3 runners on base. She's given up 12 hits, 2 walks, 7 earned runs so far. Struck out 4, though. Probably on the hook for the loss here unless something turns around for us drastically. Coming into pitch. I got a lot of righties in this lineup. Okay. We're going to start with right-hander Grace Lupinovich, our best reliever. Lupinovich, no record on the season. 1 earned run given up in her first appearance of the season. 9 ERA with a 3.00 whip. She threw 1 inning, recording the save in that game. 3 hits surrendered with 1 strikeout recorded. Batting average against a 500 for her. She looks good out of this inning. First pitch fastball outside for a strike. 0-1. Curveball down and in. Check swing low. 1-1. Got her up and away. Check swing outside. 2-1. Changeup outside. Way out in front of it is fourth. 2-2 the count. Fastball up and in. Check swing called strike 3. First punch out for Lupinovich here in the outing. 1 down. Got to bring up Miyoshi. 1 for 2 today with RBI dud. She singled her first at bat. Specialist active for Lupinovich now, along with RBI dud. That really damages her ratings. First pitch cutter down and in is called strike at the knees, 0-1. Fastball up and away, called a strike, 0-2 as Lupinovich looks to set her down. Curveball down and away, called strike 3. That's a 3-pitch strikeout for Lupinovich. 2 strikeouts here out of the pen, and that'll bring up foul. Solo home runner last time up the plate, and she also has an RBI single to her credit. She's 2 for 2. Specialist versus low pitch. Let's see who comes out on top here. First pitch is a changeup up and in, called a strike, 0-1. Next pitch to curveball up and away, outside, 1-1. Cutter up and in, called a strike, 1-2. The count out of foul. Fastball up and away, foul back as it breaks the bat. Still 1-2. Fastball up and in, swung through it, strike 3. Lupinovich comes out of the pen with the bases loaded, none down, and strikes out the side. Bottom 4. 2 hits and a walk for the Blowfish, but they do nothing with them. Bottom 4, 7-5 still the score. Rivers, Axelson, and Graves do up. Here's Rivers, 0 for 1 today. Changeup away just outside, 1-0. Burns back to neutral. Still tense, actually. Changeup outside, 2-0 count. Fastball at the knees for a strike, 2-1. Fastball down at the knees, line to left center field. That's a gapper for Rivers, and remember, he can fly. He's already on his way to second. Kwon gets it in, and that'll be a double for Rivers as he leads off the inning with extra bases. That'll bring the tying run to the plate for the Freebooters, and Gia Axelson, the left fielder, is 0 for 1 today. Still hitless on the season. Fastball high, taken, 1-0. Fastball call to strike the letters away, 1-1. Curveball up and in is high, 2-1. Change up high and away, call to strike, 2-2. Fastball at the knees. Axelson rips that to the gap in right center field. That will get down. That is her first hit of the season. It'll also be your first RBI as Rivers will score easily from second. Back-to-back doubles here start the inning right for the Freebooters as it's now a 7-6 game. Go-ahead run at the plate now. It's second baseman Sammy Graves. He's 0 for 1. Tying run at second and Axelson. Popped out his first time up as he takes a strike on the high inside corner on the changeup, 0-1. Fastball up and away is outside and high, 1-1. Fastball middle in, hit hard at the middle, past. Oh, nice diving stop by Stanley. He'll get throw to first to retire Graves, but Axelson advances to third. One down now for Brickhouse. He's 1 for 2 today with a single. And Burns is done after only 3 1/3 innings pitched, 8 hits surrendered with 6 earned runs. Tying run on third is her responsibility as well. Coming into pitch is rookie reliever Walker Murphy. Murphy's numbers on the season. He is 1-0 with a perfect ERA, 0.27 whip. In his 2 games he's pitched, he's thrown 3 2/3 innings, giving up 1 hit and striking out 6 batters. Batting average against is 0.83 for the rookie. Let's see if he can get out of this jam here against Brickhouse. Specialist active for Murphy as well as he's also locked in. A 2-pitch reliever though, only a fastball and a changeup, so let's see if we can time him. Fastball at the letters, swung late by Brickhouse, 0-1. Fastball at the knees, grounded to first. That will be a throw home from foul in time to get Axelson on the fielder's choice. And just like that, that'll leave Burns in charge of the win. That'll bring up Pitts, 1 for 2 today with a single as the runner reaches first. 2 down in the inning. Changeup inside, misses, 1-0. Changeup down in the way, popped up by Pitts to second base. Should be an easy play for Porker. He makes it, and that ends the inning. But the Freebooters strike for a run now on back-to-back leadoff doubles. Axelson gets her first hit of the season and her first RBI with that double. Top 5, 7-6. Kwon, Stanley, and Porker do up against Lupinovich. Here's Kwon, 0 for 1 today. Sacrifice flying an RBI earlier. He's also struck out. First pitch cutter down in the way is called a ball. 1-0. Specialist active for Lupinovich here. That curveball's down and in for a strike. 1-1. Fastball up and away is outside, 2-1. I believe it was also just high. Change it down and in, check swing for a strike. 2-2 the count. Curveball down and away is low. Full count now to Kwon. Fastball at the letters, lined off to the right side. Just foul, still a full count. Cutter up at the letters, pop foul, out of play, still a full count. Change up at the knees, dribbled softly to first, pits over fourth, backhand, slips to Lupinovich, in time, one down. That brings up Stanley, 2 for 3 today, home run single. Struck out his last time up at the plate though. 2 RBI days so far. First pitch change up inside, misses, ball 1. Lupinovich now locked in. Fastball away, called a strike at the knees, 1-1. Ball down and in, ground to third, Rivers makes the play, 2 down. Stanley now down to locked in mojo, and that'll bring up Porker, 1 for 3 today with a double. Fastball up and away on the first pitch, swung through it, 0-1. Change it down and in, called a strike at the knees, 0-2. Cutter down and away, fouled off, 0-2. Curveball up and in, floats in there, strike 3, and Porker's retired to end the inning. Another punch out for Lupinovich here as we get through the 5th cleanly. 1, 2, 3, bottom 5, stiff bottom. Jackman and Reddy are due up against Murphy. There's stiff bottom 0 for 2 today, locked in still at the plate. She'll be facing specialist though. Does have outside pitch helping her. Change up at the knees for a strike from Murphy, 0-1. Fastball up and in, swung late, 0-2. Fastball away, lined up the first base line, just foul. Good play by Foul though. Still 0-2. Change up down the middle, ripped foul, 0-2. Fastball up and in, swung late, and that's a punch out for Murphy, 1 down. That'll bring up Jackman, 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Fastball at the letters, swung late, 0-1. Change up inside, ripped foul by Jackman, 0-2. Chased the fastball outside, another punch out for Murphy, 2 down in the inning. Brings up Red here, 2 for 2 today. He had a 2-run homer his last time up and also a 2-run double earlier in the game. 4 RBIs so far. Check swing on the changeup inside, ball 1. Fastball high, chased by Red here, 1-1. Changeup down the middle, hit pretty well deep to left center field by Red Ears. That's taking it back to the warning track, but Miyoshi's there to make the catch, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Murphy. Top 6, still 7-6. Backman, Goodwood in third, due up against Lupinovich. There's Backman, 2 for 3 day with a double and a single so far. Fastball down and away in the first pitch, called a strike, 0-1. Change it down and in, called a strike, 0-2. Curveball up and away, check swing, taken by Backman, 1-2. Cutter up and in, ripped hard at the first base line, but foul, 1-2 still. Fastball down and away, line to third, right at Rivers, 1 down. Brings up Goodwood, 2 for 2 days so far. He doubled, singled, driven in a run, and walked today. First pitch curveball down and away, lined hard at the middle, base hit for Goodwood. He's now 3 for 3. Been on base all 4 times. He's been to the plate today. He'll be on with 1 down here in the inning, and that'll bring up third, 0 for 2 today with a walk. Specialist active for Lupinovich here. Cutter up and away for a strike, 0-1. Change it down and away, called a strike, 0-2. Curveball down and in. Popped up to short, easy play for Jackman, 2 down. That'll bring up fourth, 2 for 3 day. He singled twice, RBI single on one of them, and he struck out looking his last time up. Fastball down and away, called a strike at the knees, 0-1. Curveball down and in, hard ground at the middle. Graves dodges and cuts it off. He has to hurry though to get fourth. He'll make the play though, and that ends the inning. Lupinovich gives up her first or second hit out of the pen, but she gets around it. Bottom 6, Balos, Rivers, and Axelson due up here against Murphy. Balos 0 for 1 today with a sac fly and an RBI earlier. Strike the knees on the heater, 0-1 as Murphy gets ahead. Fastball called a strike inside, 0-2 the count. Fastball ups, chased high, another punch out for Murphy. 1 down. That brings up Rivers, 1 for 2 today. Doubled his last time up, scored a run as well. Change him away for a strike, 0-1. Fastball low, 1-1. Change him away, softly punched up the middle by Rivers. Another hit for him today. It's a single, he's 2 for 3. Puts him on at first with 1 down. And that'll bring up Axelson, 1 for 2 day. RBI doubled her last time up. Then she was thrown out trying to score. Runner goes on the first pitch. High for Murphy. Throw down is a bad one. And it's still in time to get Rivers. Are you serious? That's Rivers' 3rd stolen base attempt of the year. He's now 1 for 3. Change it below the knees. 2-0 count to Axelson. Fastball up. Fouled off. 2-1. Fastball away. 3-1. Change up and in for a strike. Full count. Fastball at the knees, skied to right center field. No carry on that one as 4th over to make the catch. 1-2-3 inning for Murphy again. Top 7. 7-6 still to score. Miyoshi, Fowl, and Kwon do up here. Lupinovich done after 3 innings of relief work as she did her job out of the pen. Now we got to relay it. We're going to go to the rookie right-hander, Maxton Bates. Bates has no record on the year, no runs given up in his first outing. He has an .050 whip. He recorded the save in that outing. He threw 2 innings, giving up 1 hit, and his batting average against is .167. So let's see what he does here. First pitch fastball down and away. Check swing at the knees for a strike. 0-1 as he gets ahead of Miyoshi. Inside forkball here. Hard grounder at the middle. That's a base hit for Miyoshi. She'll be on here with the leadoff single. Brings up Foul, 2 for 3 day. Solo home run and an RBI single earlier. First pitch changeup up and in from Bates is high and inside, 1-0. Fastball up and away, high, 2-0. Curveball down and away, floats in there for a strike at the knees, 2-1. Changeup up and in is high, 3-1. Fastball up and away is high. A walk from Bates as that'll put Foul on. 2 on now with none down. Brings up Kwon, 0 for 2 today. He's also had an RBI and on a sacrifice fly as well. Forkball down and in the first pitch called a strike as he pulls the bunt attempt back. 0-1. Fastball down, pulls the bunt back again. Still 1-1 now. Changeup up and in, pulls it back, called a strike. 1-2. Forkball down and away. Kwon swings, lines it to center field. That's going to be another base hit. Base is now loaded here to start the inning against Bates as he, for some reason, just can't find an out. Top of the lineup for the Blowfish now. Here's Stanley, 2 for 4 today. Homer single. 2 home runs, 2 RBI home run. He also singled, and he's been retired twice. 2 for 4 day. Forkball down and then the first pitch is low, ball 1. Bates needs to find the strike zone in a hurry here. Fastball at the knees away for a strike, 1-1. Curveball up and away, fools Stanley's, he's out in front of it, 1-2. Change it down and in, check swing low, 2-2. Fastball down and away, fouled off into the Blowfish dugout, still 2-2. Forkball down and in, line to right field, that's going to be a diving attempt by Velos to make the catch. Nice stop, but that'll still be a sac fly. On scores, it's 8-6. That could have been much worse. Great defensive play. Now bring up Porker, 1 for 4 today and now tense. And Bates is also tense here. First pitch forkball down and in, called a strike at the knees, 0-1. Fastball up and away, called a strike, 0-2. Curveball down and away, runners go on the play. Rivers over, can't get there as that gets through the hole. That'll be an RBI single for Porker, 9-6. That should have been made. That play should have been made. Can't fucking believe that. That'll bring up Backman, 2 for 4. Doubled a single earlier. First pitch change up at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Fastball up and in is inside, 1-1. Curveball down and in for a strike, 1-2. Change up at the letters, pulled foul, 1-2 still. Forkball down and the way outside, taken, 2-2. Fastball down and in, grounded up the middle. Jackman there dives, he has to go to first with it. Gets Backman retired, 2 down on the fielder's choice, and that'll bring up Goodwood. 3 for 3 day, singled his last time up. He's also singled earlier as well, doubled in a run and walked. 3 for 3 day. First pitch fastball up and away. Hard ground to the second right at Graves though. He'll go to first, that ends the inning. But Bates comes in and gives up 2 runs, and that gives the Blowfish now a 9-6 lead to the bottom of the 7th. Graves, Brickhouse, and Pitts do up here. Graves 0 for 2 today leads off as Murphy will stay in to face him. Fastball way inside almost hits him, 1-0. Change up in there at the knees, 1-1. Change up at the knees, ripped hard down the left field line. That's a fair ball for Graves, and that could be extra bases. Miyoshi tracks it down in the corner, and it will be a leadoff double here for Graves as he's in scoring position to start the inning. That'll bring up Brickhouse, 1 for 3 today with the single and still tense. Murphy stays in there to face him as he's still locked in. Change up down and in is low and inside, 1-0. Change up away, outside, 2-0. Change it down and in, fisted up the middle. One hopper to Stanley. He's got Graves in a pickle here. Tag made it third, but Brickhouse moves to second on the fielder's choice. 1 down. Brings up Pitts, 1 for 3 today with the single. Murphy's starting to show signs of tiring now. He's over 30 pitches. Fastball up and in, called a strike, 0-1. Fastball up and away, high, 1-1. Change up away, hard grounder, 1 hopper to short. Stanley goes to first, 2 down. Brings up stiff bottom, 0 for 3. Murphy done now as he kept the game where it was. Libby Doe comes in making her debut for the Blowfish, recently signed to replace their closer Julio Hooper. Let's see how she does. Fastball at the letters, swung through, 0-1 as stiff bottom's 0 for 3. Change up below the knees, dribbled in the hole to short. Easy play for Stanley, and that ends the inning. Blowfish hang on to a 3-run lead to the 8th. It's still 9-6. Third, fourth, and Miyoshi due up. Here's third, 0 for 3 with a walk. First pitch forkball down in the way, called a strike, 0-1. Fastball up and in, line hard to right center field by third. Diving is Velos, she can't get there. It is going to be extra bases. It's a double for third as she's in there to lead off the inning. Brings up fourth. He's 2 for 4 today with 2 singles and an RBI. First pitch fastball down and in, called a strike. Runner goes for third. Throw down is safe. Third steals third. Go figure. That's her second stolen base attempt of the year. She's 2 for 2. 0-1 count here to fourth. Hanging curveball. Line to center field. This will be a sac fly probably. Brickhouse loads up and fires after making the catch, but it's nowhere close. Sac fly for fourth. It's now 10-6 Blowfish as they're up by 4. Brings up Miyoshi, 2 for 4 today with 2 singles. First pitch change up in the knee, at the knees on the inside part of the plate, 0-1. Fastball down in the way is low, 1-1. Curveball up and in is high and inside, 2-1. Forkball down below the knees, ball 3, 3-1. Fastball down in the way, ball 4, another walk from Bates as he puts another runner on. Bring up foul, 2 for 3 today. Walked, solo home run and the RBI single today. She's 2 for 3. Drew a walk last time up. Fastball at the letters for a strike, 0-1. Forkball down in the way, hard ground to the second in the hole. Graves apparently dives over the ball and doesn't get there. Runner looking for third here. Runner in a rundown here between second and third as that was a good throw from Velos. And Graves will run her down to complete the second out as it's an outfield assist. 2 down, runner at first now for Kwon, who's 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI. Forkball down and in, misses, 1-0. Fastball down in the way. Throw to third as I thought she was stealing third. Stolen base for foul, I think it's her second. 1-1 count. Curveball down in the way. Dribble back to the mound as Bates can't handle it. Makes the throw to first. It's an infield single for Kwon. Runners at the corners now for Stanley, who's 2 for 4 today. 3 RBIs today. Change it below the knees, ball 1. He had a sac fly his last time up. Fastball up and away. Line hard down the left field line. That will be a fair ball, and that will be at least 1 run scoring for Stanley. His 4th RBI of the game is now 11-6. That'll bring up Porker, 2 for 5 day. RBI single his last time up. He's also doubled. Bates is done. Coming into pitch is the rookie left-hander Augustus Martinez with the specialist trait. Martinez is 1-0 on the year. He got the win on opening day. He gave up 1 earned run in that outing, a 4.50 ERA and a 1.50 whip. In that outing, he threw 2 innings, giving up 3 hits and striking out 1. One of those hits was a home run ball. His batting average against is .333. So this game is basically over. We're going to piss this one away. Let's see if we can just get this last 4 outs. Cutter up and away for a strike, 0-1 as Martinez gets ahead. Fastball inside, misses, 1-1. Slider down in the way, swung through it, 1-2 the count. Cutter inside, popped up, shallow center, well, pretty deep center field actually. Brickhouse over for it, makes the catch, and that ends the inning. But the Blowfish get 2 more runs off of Bates. It's 11-6. Bottom 8, Jackman, Reddier, and Velos do up against Doe, who has a 5-run cushion to work with. Jackman up first. He's 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. 2-seamer inside misses. Ball 1. Fastball high misses. 2-0 the count. Fastball away, swung late, 2-1. Fastball up, grounded in the hole between first and second. Porker dives and makes the stop and throws to Doe in time. 1 down. Go fucking figure. We can't have any semblance of happiness. Reddier up now, 2 for 3 today. He's hit a 2-run homer and doubled in 2 runs. Fastball high misses, 1-0. He flew out last time up. Deep left field. Inside fastball misses, 2-0. Fastball away, hard rip in the hole between first and second. It's a base hit for Reddier. He'll be on at first with 1 down. That'll bring up Velos, 0 for 2 today with a sac fly and an RBI earlier as well. Change up in the dirt, misses, ball 1. Fastball away, misses, 2-0 count. Fastball up and away, first strike, 2-1 to Velos. Fastball up, swung late, 2-2. Runner goes. Change up in there, hard grounded to short. Stanley still gets the out at second, and that's a double play, despite the runner trying to steal. And that ends the inning as our hit is erased. Top 9, it's 11-6. Blowfish looking to walk away with this one. Backman, Goodwood, and third do up. Backman 2 for 5 day with a double and a single. Coming into play right field is going to be rookie Dominic Burnside, as I don't want an error out there. And that's it for right now, I think. First pitch for Martinez is fastball at the knees, fouled off, 0-1 as Backman's behind in the count. Cutter up and in on the next pitch is lined up the middle. It's a base hit. Left center field. Brickhouse dives and cuts it off, so that's good. It'll be a single for Backman, his 3rd hit of the game, I think. I think he's 3 for 5. Maybe 3 for 6. That'll bring up Goodwood. 3 for 4 day. Double, 2 singles, walk, RBI. First pitch slider down and in is low, 1-0. Fastball down in the way. Lined up the first base line, foul, just out of Pitts' reach, 1-1. Cutter up and in. Grounded to third, right at Rivers. He'll fire to second, 1. Graves to first. It's a double play around the horn, 5, 4, and 3. 2 down, nobody on now for third. RB double her last time up at the plate. She's also walked, 1 for 4 today. First pitch cutter up and in on the first pitch, called a strike, 0-1. Slider down in the way, fouled off, 0-2 the count to third. Fastball up and away, line down the right field line, but she's foul, 0-2. Cutter down and in, swung through it, strike 3. Punch out for Martinez as he gets through the inning cleanly. 1 hit given up, but it's erased on a double play ball. Bottom 9, it's 11-6. We need a miracle here to get a tie game. Rivers, Axelson, and Graves do up here against Doe. Rivers up first. He's 2 for 3 today. Singled his last time up. He's also doubled. He's 2 for 3. Fastball at the knees. Hard grounder at the middle. Diving is Stanley for another great defensive play as Rivers is retired. 1 down. That'll bring up Axelson. RBI double earlier in the game. She's 1 for 3. 1 for 10 on the season. Fastball at the knees. Swung late. 0-1. Change up at the knees, line to left center field. That's going to be a base hit as Kwon will cut it off. Axelson on with a single here with 1 down. Could that be the rally starter? Probably not, but let's see what happens anyway. Rays up now, 1 for 3 day with the double. Change up and in high, 1-0. Fastball up and away high, 2-0 and outside. Fastball swung late at the letters, 2-1. Fastball down the middle, swung late, 2-2 as tough out activates for Graves. Fastball up, line to right field. That's going to be a base hit over the leaping foul's glove. Runners at first and second now with 1 down. That'll flip it back to the top of the lineup, and Brickhouse, who's 1 for 4 with a single. Still our best hitter off the bench, besides maybe Brown. But I got to go with my gut here. So if I take him out, I don't have another person who can play outfield, do I? No, I don't, so he has to stay in. Change up at the letters, rip to right center field, and it's a good thing I left him in, as that's going to be a gapper. Brickhouse on his way to second. Both runners will score easily here. It's 11-8. Now things are starting to get a little interesting here. That'll bring up Pitts, 1 for 4 with a single, as Doe is now tense. Fastball inside, line to the left side of the infield, diving his third to cut it off, but the runners are safe. It's an infield single for Pitts, and that brings a tying run to the plate, and Stiff Bottom, who's 0 for 4. No longer locked in now. She's looking to get back to locked in with the hit here. Two-seamer inside, misses, ball 1. Fastball at the knees, it's a grounder to second. Porker to Stanley, on to first, it's a double play, and the rally is killed thanks to Stiff Bottom, and the Freebooters lose 11-8. Yeah, they jumped out early on us. We fought back to keep it close. It was 1-run difference up until the 7th inning, and then Maxton Bates just pissed the bed. That's basically what happened. He gave up those 4 runs and sealed our fate. Looking at the box scores here, hits for everybody in the Blowfish lineup today. Everybody got at least 2 hits except Run to Third, who only got the 1. 2-run homer for Elvis Stanley and a solo home run for Jess Fowl. Also a 4 RBI day for Stanley, 2 RBI day for Fowl and Kwon. Or Fowl in 4th. RBIs also for Porker, Goodwood, and Kwon. And on our side, everybody got a hit except Stiff Bottom, Velos, and Burnside, who didn't get to bat. Everyone who did get a hit got at least 2 hits. 2-run homer for Reddier. He also had a 2-run double. 2-run double for Brickhouse. Sac fly for Velos, and a RBI double for Axelson. Finally got her first 2 hits of the season. So, looking at the box scores, Wayward goes 3 innings plus, 12 hits given up, 7 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 2 home run balls. She takes a loss, 0-1 on the year. Lupinovich, 3 innings of work out of the pen, 1 hit given up with 4 strikeouts, very good outing. Bates, an inning and 2/3, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks. He did not have a great day. Martinez, inning and 1/3 out of the pen, 1 hit given up with a strikeout, good outing. On the other side, Burns only lasts 3 1/3 innings, 8 hits given up with 6 earned runs and a home run. She gets a no decision as Murphy goes 3 1/3, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts as he gets his 2nd win of the year. The rookie's 2-0 now, and he still hasn't given up an earned run. And Libby Doe goes 2 1/3 innings, giving up 5 hits and 2 earned runs. She takes the save, first of the year for her in her first appearance for the Blowfish, having been recently signed. Player of the game is Elvis Stanley. He was a triple shy of the cycle, had 4 RBIs and a stolen base and a run scored. Our side, Rick Reddier finishes 2nd. 4 RBI day for him as he was also a triple shy of the cycle. Runs scored, and Jess Fowl, 3 for 4 day, homer, 2 RBIs, 4 runs scored, and 2 stolen bases. Tough loss. That's a tough way to lose your first game of the season as we fall to 3-1, but I'll take it. We were fairly competitive. We scored at least 8 runs, so I can't complain about that. So far, every game this season, we've scored at least 8 runs. Because I believe it's 8, 8, 12, and 8 are our run totals. Take a look around the league here and see who wins and who loses. First game, Wideload's beat up on the Overdogs 8-1. Peters shut out the Platypi 3-0. Moose rally late to beat the Wild Pigs 5-3. Sawteeth rally and hold off the Sandcats to win 9-5, making them 0-5 on the season to start. Moonstars beat the Herbisaurs 6-3. Defending champs now 1-4 on the season. Beagles smashed the Nemesis 11-4. Wideload's winning the pitcher's duel 2-0 over the Grapplers. And the Sirloins beat the Hot Corners 6-2. And in the final game, Overdogs almost pissed it away, but they do manage to win thanks to a 5 spot in the late innings to win 10-6 over the Crocodons. So we're still in first place in the division. We got a half-game lead over the Wild Pigs and the Hot Corners. Let's see if we can hang on to that lead here, as I believe we start division play on this next game. Sirloins at 4-1 lead the bottom division in our conference, and on the other side, Wideloads and Beagles tied at 4-1, and the Crocodons and Overdogs tied at 3-2. Next time out, it will be our first division game of the season, as Winnie Noel will take on Durbin Holmes, the number 2 pitcher for the Wild Pigs. Winnie Noel is our ace, so it's her second start. Holmes comes in with a no decision in the first start, 5.40 ERA and a 1.00 WHIP. Noel a no decision in her first start as well with a 7.50 ERA and a 2.17 WHIP. Moves made around the league here. Bale Bozzer picked up by the Overdogs to replace Doug Nerdword. Brickhouse gets +1 contact, nice. Backstop loses 4 speed, that's alright, he's a catcher. Biff Noggins is released by the Grapplers, replaced by our middle infielder, Landon Fair, who we released last offseason, so good to see him get a job. Alright, that's it for us. Let's see what we can do in the player developments here. I don't like this one for Bad Hot Brown, so we're going to pass on this one. Oh, I would like to get this one for Pitts, but we can't afford it, unfortunately. This one for Bates, too high of a chance to get K-Duds, that's a yikes. I could get this one for Wayward and improve her velocity and adjunct, which would be a good upgrade for her because she does need it. This one for Efordo, we can hold off on because I don't want to give him Whiffer. And then this one for Stiff Bottom, too high of a chance to lose outside pitch, so I'll pass on that one. Let's do this one for Wayward. She's going to get the +3, which is fine. And she will get the +10 junk, which is great. That's awesome. Loses the 2 accuracy, and will she keep, and she will avoid walk prone. That's great. Awesome. Still a C, but she is a little bit better, so I'll take it. Getting closer to that C+. Alright, let's set the lineup here and call it a day. Here's the lineup for the next game. Graves will lead off at second, followed by Pitts at first. Reddier in the game at catcher. Oh, he's a backup catcher? Interesting. I didn't notice that. Okay, I'll take that. He'll bat third, and he's locked in. Jackman bats fourth, still locked in at short. Brickhouse drops to the 5 spot. He'll DH. He's tense. Batting 6th is right fielder Dan Cervelos. She's also tense. Batting 7th is third baseman Xander Rivers. Batting 8th is left fielder Gia Axelson. And batting 9th, getting the start, is rookie Dominic Burnside, who will play center field. This will be an interesting lineup next time out. I'll see if our poor fielding doesn't affect us, hopefully. But we won't know that until we play the game. So here we are. Tough loss here. Fall to 3-1 in the season. We made a late rally, but it just wasn't enough. 11-8 loss to the Blowfish. Bad start for Wayward and bad outing out of the bullpen for Maxton Base really sealed the deal. Hopefully we can bounce back next time out, guys. Until then, this is the Nasty One, signing off.